I'm not going to do too much on this lesson for the video part of it because I want you guys to watch the 2 YouTube videos to help you solve the problems for your do now. So, I just want to introduce the variance and standard deviation. The square of the deviation of each data value from the mean is called the variance. The square root of the variance is your standard deviation. The symbol that we'll use for a population standard deviation is sigma x. It looks kind of like this, sigma x. And so a population means you have everybody. If you only take a sample instead, the symbol for a sample standard deviation is SX. Okay, what you guys will do at the end is you're going to watch those 2 videos. You're going to do the 3 problems here in your calculator after you watch those videos. And I will do this next one with you guys now. So to commute to high school, the teacher, where the teacher teaches, he can take line A or line B. Both train stations are the same distance from his house, and both stations report that on average they run 10 minutes late from the arrival time. However, the standard deviation for line A is a minute, and the standard deviation for line B is 5 minutes. To arrive approximately at the same time on a regular basis, which line should he use and explain? Well, it's all in the standard deviation. Okay, so Mr. Fedora, for line A, oops, pencil, it's 10 minutes, but the standard deviation is 1, so that means line A can go anywhere from 9 to 11 minutes usually. Line B, it's still 10 minutes, but the standard deviation is 5, so it can be anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. He wants to arrive at approximately the same time each day, so he's going to use line A, and the reason is because the standard deviation is smaller. This next one you guys will finish. I'll start it for you just because you're not used to seeing a box and whisker plot. It says a hospital conducts a study to determine if nurses need extra staffing at night. A random sample of 25 nights were used. Find the variance and standard deviation. So you will use your calculator again for this one, but it's not set up the way you're used to seeing it. For a stem and leaf plot, excuse me, when you see the 9 and then the 0, here and here, that represents 90. The 9 and the 2 represents 92. And then the 9 and the 3 is 93. So on and so on. What I need you to do is I need you to list all of those numbers. There should be 25 of them in your list. And then just find the variance and standard deviation. Last piece. In each of the following, tell whether the population or sample standard deviation should be used. In a study of the land areas of the states of the U.S., the area of each of the 50 states is used. Now, this is an example of a population, and the reason is because all of our states are used. In a study of the heights of high school students in a school of 1,200 students, the heights of 100 are chosen and recorded. This is a sample. And the reason is because they didn't use all the students. They only used 100 students. In a study of the heights of high school students in the U.S., the heights of 100 students from each of the 50 states were recorded. And this is another sample. Even though it used all 50 states, it didn't use every single high school student because it was a study of the heights of high school students. So not all students were used. At this point, you can watch the other 2 videos. The second one you only need to watch as long as you need to see how to do the one with the 2 pieces of the table. And then you can do the other problems that we skipped.